Rachel sat at her kitchen table grading papers at 9 p.m., like she did every night. Teacher salary, $3,200 per month. After taxes, rent, student loans, and basic expenses, there was never anything left. She'd been teaching for 4 years and loved the work, but the financial stress was crushing. Every unexpected expense, car repair, medical bill, anything, went on a credit card she couldn't pay off. That night, one of her students' parents mentioned something casual. "I pay someone $200 every week to manage my business's social media. It's only a few hours of work, but I don't have time." $200 per week for a few hours of work? That was $800 per month. Rachel did the math instantly. If she could find just 2 or 3 clients like that, she'd add $1,600 to $2,400 monthly. The problem, Rachel knew nothing about social media management. She'd barely used Instagram beyond posting occasionally. She had no business experience, no clients, no portfolio. But she had something else. 2 hours every evening after grading papers, a laptop, and desperation to stop living paycheck to paycheck. That night, Rachel searched how to become a social media manager and found something surprising. It wasn't complicated. It was learnable, and people desperately needed this service. She gave herself 30 days to learn the skill, find her first client, and prove this could actually add $2,000 to her monthly income. Day 1 started with a free YouTube tutorial at 10:47 p.m. Rachel's financial situation was typical for teachers across America. Passionate about the profession, chronically underpaid. Her $3,200 monthly salary translated to about $2,300 after taxes and mandatory retirement contributions. Rent for her 1-bedroom apartment, $1,050. Student loan payment, $380. Car payment, $275. Insurance, $140. Utilities and phone, $160. That was $1,905 in fixed expenses, leaving $395 for groceries, gas, clothing, medical costs, and any emergency. There was never anything left to save. Her credit card debt had accumulated to $4,700 over 4 years, small emergencies that became permanent debt because she could only afford minimum payments. Rachel had accepted this as the teacher's reality. Everyone she knew in education lived the same way, barely surviving on a salary that didn't reflect the value of the work or the hours invested. But the conversation with her student's parent had planted a seed. What if she could add income without changing careers? She loved teaching and wasn't willing to leave, but she desperately needed financial breathing room. That night, Rachel committed to a 30-day experiment. Learn social media management from free resources and find at least one paying client. If she could prove the concept worked, she'd scale it to multiple clients and hit her $2,000 monthly goal. She had no idea if this was realistic or another fantasy that would waste her limited free time. But the alternative, continuing to stress about money while working a job she loved, was no longer acceptable. Rachel grabbed her notebook and wrote, Day 1, learn what social media management actually is. She opened YouTube and started taking notes. The first week was pure education. Rachel spent 2 hours every night after grading papers learning everything she could through free resources. YouTube tutorials, blogs, free webinars, social media marketing courses on platforms like HubSpot Academy and Google Digital Garage. She learned that social media management wasn't just posting on Instagram. It was content strategy, audience engagement, analytics tracking, brand voice development, scheduling systems, and community management. The scope initially felt overwhelming, but Rachel applied her teacher mindset. Break complex topics into digestible lessons, practice each component, build competency progressively. By day 7, she completed 3 free certification courses and felt confident enough to articulate what she could offer: content creation and scheduling, engagement and community management, basic analytics reporting, consistent brand presence. She wasn't an expert, but she understood the fundamentals, enough to help small businesses that currently did nothing or posted sporadically without strategy. Rachel created a simple service package: small business social media management, 3 posts per week on 2 platforms, daily engagement with followers, weekly analytics report, $500 per month. The pricing was intentional, lower than the market rate of $800 to $1,200 monthly, but high enough to be taken seriously. At $500 monthly, she'd need 4 clients to hit her $2,000 goal. Week 2, Rachel built her proof of capability. She created sample social media content for 3 fictional businesses: a local restaurant, a boutique clothing store, and a real estate agent. She designed graphics using free Canva templates, wrote engaging captions, created content calendars. These samples became her portfolio despite having no actual clients yet. Then came the hardest part, finding the first client. Rachel had no network of business owners. She couldn't afford paid advertising. She needed a free method to reach potential clients who needed her service. The solution: direct outreach to local small businesses whose social media was clearly neglected, inconsistent posting, poor engagement, obvious need for help. Rachel's outreach strategy was simple but required courage. She identified 20 local small businesses with poor social media presence, visited them in person during her lunch break or after school, and offered a free 1-week trial of her services. The pitch: I noticed your Instagram hasn't been updated in 3 weeks. I'm a social media manager building my client base, and I'd like to offer you 1 free week of professional social media management, 3 posts, daily engagement, and a report showing the results. No payment, no obligation. If you like the results after 1 week, we can discuss ongoing services. 18 businesses said no or weren't interested. 2 said yes, a local coffee shop and a boutique gym. Rachel had her first 2 trial clients. She spent the next week creating content she hoped was good enough: photos of the coffee shop's drinks with engaging captions about community and morning rituals, posts for the gym featuring member success stories and motivational quotes with professional graphics. She scheduled everything, engaged with every comment and message, tracked analytics obsessively. After 7 days, both businesses had noticeable results. The coffee shop's Instagram engagement increased from an average of 12 likes per post to 47, plus they received 3 direct messages asking about menu items. The gym's posts reached 260% more people than their usual posts, and they gained 18 new followers. More importantly, both owners noticed customers mentioning, "I saw your Instagram post." Rachel sent both businesses a simple message: "Here are the results from your free week. If you'd like me to continue this consistently, my rate is $400 per month." She dropped her price slightly from $500 to make the first sales easier. Both businesses agreed immediately. Rachel had her first 2 paying clients, $800 per month total. She was 40% toward her $2,000 goal after 3 weeks of learning and effort. The validation was overwhelming. This actually worked. She could create real value for businesses and get paid for it, using skills she'd learned for free in just 3 weeks. With 2 clients secured and $800 monthly proven, Rachel refined her approach for scaling to 4 clients total. She raised her rate back to $500 for new clients. She'd underpriced initially to close sales, but now she had testimonials and proven results. She also got smarter about client acquisition. Instead of cold outreach, she asked her 2 existing clients for referrals. The coffee shop owner connected her with 2 other local business owners in their networking group. One was a massage therapist with 0 social media presence despite having a waitlist of clients. The other was a financial advisor who posted occasionally but inconsistently. Rachel offered both the same proven value proposition: professional, consistent social media management that would increase their visibility and engagement for $500 monthly, less than what they'd pay for traditional advertising with better results. The massage therapist said yes immediately. The financial advisor wanted to think about it. 3 clients, $1,300 monthly, 65% to goal. Rachel was now working approximately 6 hours per week on social media management, 2 hours per client for content creation, scheduling, and engagement. Combined with her 40-hour teaching week and grading responsibilities, she was working roughly 55 hours weekly total. It was sustainable because the social media work happened in the evenings at her own pace and could be batched efficiently. 1 month after starting her learning journey, Rachel received her first payment from all 3 clients, $1,300 deposited into her account. She stared at the notification, calculating what this meant. Her teaching salary was effectively now $4,500 monthly instead of $3,200. That extra $1,300 transformed her financial reality. She could pay more than minimums on her credit card, build an emergency fund, have margin for the first time in years. But she wanted the full $2,000 monthly. She needed one more client at $500 or two clients at $350 each if she dropped the price for smaller businesses. The fourth client came from an unexpected source, another teacher. One of Rachel's colleagues noticed she seemed less stressed about money and asked what had changed. Rachel explained her side hustle, and the colleague immediately asked, "Could you teach me how to do this? I need extra income too, but I don't even know where to start." Rachel realized she could create two income streams, continuing to serve clients directly and teaching other teachers how to start their own social media management side hustles. She offered her colleague a deal. "I'll teach you everything I learned for free, but you have to commit to finding at least one client within 30 days. When you do, you'll refer any overflow clients to me, and I'll do the same for you." Her colleague agreed, and Rachel spent 2 evenings sharing everything. The free courses she'd taken, the portfolio building strategy, the outreach approach, the pricing structure, the time management system. 3 weeks later, her colleague landed her first client, a local bakery, at $450 monthly. More importantly, the bakery owner mentioned during the meeting, "Do you know anyone else who does this? I have a friend who owns a hair salon and desperately needs social media help." Rachel's colleague referred the salon owner to Rachel. The salon was larger than her usual clients and willing to pay more for additional platforms and more frequent posting. Rachel quoted $750 monthly for a premium package, 5 posts per week across Instagram and Facebook, stories content, full engagement management, bi-weekly analytics reports. The salon owner agreed. For clients total, coffee shop $400, gym $400, massage therapist $500, hair salon $750. Total monthly income from side hustle, $2,050. Rachel had exceeded her $2,000 monthly goal in 6 weeks from absolute zero knowledge. Her effective monthly income was now $5,250, a 64% increase from her teaching salary alone. The $2,000 per month wasn't theoretical anymore. It was real. Recurring revenue hitting her account monthly from work she did in 6 to 8 hours per week during evenings. 3 months into her side hustle, Rachel's life had transformed in ways beyond the money. The $2,000 monthly had eliminated her financial stress entirely. She'd paid off $2,000 of credit card debt, built an $800 emergency fund, and had consistent margin in her budget for the first time since becoming a teacher. But the psychological impact was more significant than the financial one. Rachel had always loved teaching but resented feeling trapped by the low salary. The side hustle gave her something powerful: choice. She chose to teach because she loved it, not because she had no other option. She chose to stay in education because it fulfilled her, not because she couldn't afford to leave. That shift from trapped to choosing changed everything about how she experienced her career. The side hustle also revealed capabilities Rachel hadn't known she possessed. She'd learned a marketable skill in 3 weeks from free resources. She'd built a client base from zero contacts through courage and value delivery. She'd created systems that generated $2,000 monthly in 6 to 8 hours weekly. She'd become an entrepreneur while maintaining her full-time career. These weren't talents she'd discovered. They were capabilities she developed through necessity and action. Rachel also started thinking bigger. If she could generate $2,000 monthly in 8 hours weekly, what could she do with more time? The math was simple. 8 hours weekly equals 32 hours monthly at approximately $62.50 per hour effective rate. If she worked 16 hours weekly, she could potentially make $4,000 monthly. If she worked 24 hours weekly, potentially $6,000 monthly. But Rachel had no desire to work more hours. She'd achieved her original goal, supplement teacher income with $2,000 monthly, and that was enough. The success had taught her something crucial. She didn't need to maximize income. She needed enough income to live comfortably while doing work she loved. She'd found that balance. However, Rachel did want to help other teachers find the same freedom. She created a simple Google Doc outlining her exact process: the free courses she'd taken, the portfolio creation strategy, the outreach methods, the pricing structure, the time management approach. She shared it in teacher Facebook groups with a simple message: I added $2,000 per month to my teacher salary through social media management. Here's exactly how I did it. Everything I used was free. If you need extra income, this actually works. 6 months after starting her side hustle, Rachel had maintained 4 consistent clients and $2,000 to $2,100 monthly in supplemental income. She'd paid off all $4,700 in credit card debt completely. She'd built a $3,000 emergency fund, enough to cover a full month of expenses plus buffer. She'd started contributing $250 monthly to a Roth IRA for the first time in her life. Her net worth had gone from negative $4,700 to positive $3,250 in 6 months, a $7,950 swing. But the most meaningful change was how she felt about teaching. The financial pressure that had slowly been crushing her love for education had lifted completely. She could focus on her students without the constant background anxiety about money. She could buy classroom supplies without stressing about her personal budget. She could say yes when colleagues invited her to dinner without calculating whether she could afford it. The side hustle had given her something priceless: the ability to teach without resentment. Rachel had also become an accidental mentor to 17 other teachers who'd reached out after seeing her Facebook post. She'd spent hours on calls and emails helping them start their own social media management side hustles. 8 of them had successfully landed clients and were earning between $600 and $1,800 monthly. One teacher had scaled even faster than Rachel and was making $3,200 monthly from 6 clients. Watching others succeed using her roadmap was unexpectedly fulfilling, almost as rewarding as the income itself. The delivery driver James, the single mother Lisa, the warehouse worker Marcus, and now teacher Rachel, they'd all discovered the same truth through different paths. Financial transformation doesn't require luck, inheritance, or exceptional talent. It requires identifying a skill people value, learning that skill through accessible resources, offering it to people who need it, and delivering consistent results. The barrier isn't capability, it's belief. Most people never try because they don't believe they can succeed. Rachel had tried because she'd been desperate enough to overcome her disbelief, and trying had revealed that the opportunity was real. 1 year after the conversation with her student's parent that started everything, Rachel sat in the same classroom preparing for parent-teacher conferences. That parent, the one who'd casually mentioned paying $200 weekly for social media management, walked in for their annual conference. After discussing the student's progress, the parent asked, "Hey, did you ever look into that social media management thing? You seemed interested when I mentioned it last year." Rachel smiled. "Actually, I did more than look into it. I've been doing it for a year now. I have 4 steady clients and make about $2,000 a month from it." The parent's eyes widened. "Are you serious? That's amazing. I actually need to find someone new. My person moved out of state. Would you be interested?" Rachel almost laughed at the perfect full-circle moment. "I appreciate the offer, but I'm at capacity with 4 clients. However, I know several other teachers who are excellent and looking for clients. I can connect you with 3 people who do great work for you." She made the introduction, and one of her teacher ments landed the client, back to $200 weekly where the whole story had started. That evening, Rachel reflected on her year of transformation. She'd gone from $3,200 monthly and financially stressed to $5,200 monthly and financially stable. From zero entrepreneurial experience to running a sustainable side business. From feeling trapped in teaching to choosing it from empowerment. From negative net worth to positive and growing. But the most significant change was internal. Rachel had proven to herself that she could identify an opportunity, learn what was necessary, build something from nothing, and create lasting value. That knowledge was more valuable than the $2,000 monthly because it meant she'd never feel trapped again. If circumstances changed, if she needed more income, if she wanted to try something different, she now knew she had the capability to figure it out. The side hustle wasn't just about the money. It was about discovering that ordinary people, teachers, delivery drivers, parents, anyone, can create extraordinary results by learning skills, offering value, and refusing to accept that their current situation is permanent. Rachel kept a note in her planner that she looked at whenever she doubted herself: 6 weeks from zero knowledge to $2,000 per month. The opportunity was always there. I just had to be brave enough to try. That bravery, applied consistently for 6 weeks, had transformed everything. And it had started with a single conversation, a moment of curiosity, and the willingness to spend 2 hours per evening learning something new. Sometimes $2,000 per month, and complete financial transformation is just 30 free YouTube videos and 8 weeks of courage away. The question isn't whether the opportunity exists, it's whether you'll take the first step to pursue it.